Hi, Village Church. Daniel Simpson here with another devotional for Monday, October 26th. Today we're in Exodus again here. If you have your Bible, why don't you turn to Exodus 17, and this would be verse 8. All right, and through the end of the chapter. Now, if you remember from our other Monday devotionals that we've been doing, we've been going through the story of Moses delivering the Israelites from Egypt. And now they've, the Red Sea parted. They've come through there. Now they're wandering in the desert, and God has provided for them water. He's provided for them manna from heaven and quail. And the Israelites are grumbling and complaining to Moses all the time about stuff, and just being, that way, right? And now the last section we read was the first half of 17, where Moses hit a rock and water came on out. And God provided for them again. But now, they're going to be attacked. Here we go. Verse 8. The Amalekites came and attacked the Israelites at Rephidim. Moses said to Joshua, "Choose some of our men to go out and fight the Amalekites. Tomorrow I will stand on top of the hill with the staff of God in my hands." This is the same staff, if you remember, where God told Moses at the burning bush, take the staff, throw it on the ground, and it becomes a snake. And then God says, pick it up, and it becomes a staff again. And he does this for Pharaoh. This is the same staff. Excuse me. So, verse 10. Joshua fought the Amalekites as Moses has ordered, and Moses, Aaron, and Hur went to the, as Hur, H-U-R, went to the top of the hill. As long as Moses held up his hands with the staff of God, the Israelites were winning. But whenever he lowered his hands, the Amalekites were winning. When Moses' hands grew tired, they took a stone and put it under him, and he sat on it. Aaron and Hur held his hands up, one on one side and one on the other, so that his hands remained steady until sunset. So Joshua overcame the Amalekites' army with the sword. Then the Lord said to Moses, "Write this on a scroll as something to be remembered, and make sure that Joshua hears it, because I will completely blot out the memory of Amalek from under heaven." Verse 15, Moses built an altar and called it, "The Lord is my banner." He said, "For hands were lifted up to the throne of the Lord will be at war against the Amalekites from generation to generation." Wow, so here we have this story. There's a battle. Joshua goes out with some of the men from the Israelites, and Moses goes up to the hill with two friends. This is important. With Aaron, his brother, and Hur. Like Ben-Hur, like from the movie, but just Hur. And the three of them go up to the mountain. And Moses raises the staff of God, and he holds it up. I don't know if you've ever held something up really high above your head. Doesn't matter if it's heavy or not. Try it with me. You see I'm doing it right now. Go for it. Hold your hands up over your head. Give it a few seconds. I don't know, I've been doing this 10, 20, 30 seconds now. Already, after just 30 seconds, I feel the blood going down from my hands. See, we're not like made to hold something over our head for a long period of time. Oh, you can see my hands in the shadows. Hello. Okay, we're not built like this. What happens is the blood just drains on down. Our arms are meant to be at our sides, not over our heads. But just do it. If you're doing this, if you're still doing it, you can feel how tired your hands get, right? I hope you're doing it, and I'm not just being a fool here with my hands up, and you're not doing it at home. Try it, though. My hands are tired. My arms are tired. It's been a minute. My arms are tired. It's been less than a minute, probably. Okay. Imagine that you had to hold your hands up like that all day. And if you didn't, people died. Your people died. I mean, imagine, right? And here is Moses at the top of the hill, holding the staff of God up. And he gets tired, and he's holding it up, and so tired, and he holds it up, and then finally he too tired to hold it up anymore. And he looks at the valley where the people are battling, and now the other side is winning. Oh, okay, put it back up. Now Joshua's winning. And this went on all day until Moses grew so tired that they gave him a chair, essentially. They brought a stone up and put it underneath him so he could sit down and hold it up. I'm sitting down right now holding my arms up. It's better than standing, I'm sure, but still, your arms up high is tiring. So much so that Moses probably told Aaron and her, listen, guys, I can't, my arms are tired. I cannot do this anymore. I need help. And so these guys came up and they held his arm, one on one side and the other guy went on the other side, and they held his arms up. Why? Because lives were on the line. Their friends and the people of their company, right? Their Israelites, their army, their lives were on the line. I have a few thoughts about this that I think that this is a great illustration for us. We are, in our lives, man, we are going to face battles. We are going to come to times in our lives where we are facing what we feel like is a battle. And we will become weary fighting the battle. And we're not even, like in this story, we may not even be the Joshua character that's down there literally fighting, with swords and whatnot. We may be Moses, kind of looking at this battle from afar, but still it's raging below us. And our arms are tired from trying to hold them up. The only way we get through it is by our friends or our brothers or sisters that can come alongside us and really hold us up through the battle. We're not meant to face difficult things alone. Like, God is pretty clear in the Bible about being in fellowship with people, being in communion and dwelling together with brothers and sisters. And I would say that some of the toughest times in my life, I've made it through because of the people that are around me, that have prayed for me, that have been there to talk to me through these difficult times, that have been there to counsel me, to mentor me, that those brothers and sisters that have spoken wisdom into my life and encouraged me to get through battles, boy, that's the only way you make it through. If I were to have gone and faced all those things alone, without my Christian brothers and sisters, you don't make it through the same. So I encourage you. Let me encourage you to find these people in your life. And you may say, yeah, I can think of a couple people that are the kind of close brothers and sisters that if I was facing a trial or a tough time, they would be there right beside me, holding my arms up so I could make it to the end of the day. This battle lasted a day. It was a day. It was one day. But even in that one day, Moses was weary fast. And Aaron and Hur were there to say, no, we're going to make it through this together. So where do you find these people, right? Where can you find, maybe you say, I don't know, I feel alone. I do not have an Aaron in my life and a Hur in my life to hold me up. Okay. Well, first off, a couple of things you could do is to, and Pastor Wade has talked about this on and on throughout his ministry, you can show up. Showing up is 90% of everything. Show up to our outdoor church services right now. Show up to an online Bible study. Women's ministry has them Tuesday morning and Tuesday night. There are Wednesday night Bible studies going on in Grit, and Gary Carell is leading a Bible study on Wednesday nights. There's the youth group has stuff going on Wednesday nights. We have choir practice on Wednesday nights. There's a ton of stuff going on. Show up to one of these Bible studies, okay? talk to people, meet people, become friends, show up on a regular basis every single week. You can show up to ministry events. Trunk or Treat is coming up this week. Call Joy and volunteer. You might meet an Aaron or a Hur. And you're not going to become, close in one ministry event, but you show up and you serve the Lord alongside people. You get to know people. They become your friends. Find some people that you have some things in common with, and maybe share a meal with them. I know it's really tough right now with the pandemic and everything being socially distanced, and there's a lot of rules and regulations, and it's really not smart to be like going to somebody's house for dinner or whatever, but you can meet up in a park or in somebody's backyard, or whatever. Like there are ways you can do it. And it takes time to build friendships. Let's not be, cavalier, like you're just going to show up and have a best friend in a day. Like Aaron was Moses' brother, right? And I don't know about her, but they've been together through some traumatic experiences as well. So, right, all the Egypt stuff, the 10 plagues, all this stuff. I mean, these guys have been together. So it's not like they just met some guy and said, "Hey, you're my best friend now." Like doesn't happen. But because it takes time to build relationships. But if you're looking for a friend, if you don't have these people in your lives, I just implore you to take a few steps and start. To show up to church, to show up to a Bible study, to show up to a ministry event. Serve the Lord. And maybe you will find an Aaron and a Hur in your life that can hold your arms up when you're facing a battle in your life. Because we're going to face them. They're going to be there. And to make it through, man, it's really great to have those relationships, those friendships, those people that can say, "I'll be there for you. So you don't have to face this alone. I'll be there for you to hold your arms up so that Joshua wins, so that we can be victorious in this battle." And we do it, why? Now, here's the other thought. Excuse me. And this is a good one. What was the difference between holding his hands up and not holding his hands up? I mean, what was God really doing? Was Joshua really the one fighting the battle? Who was really at work here? Obviously, it was God. God was the one determining who wins and who loses in this battle. Moses was just obeying the Lord. He was being God's servant. And he was doing this because God said, "Go. Do this." So let's not be confused and think that we really have power. I'm going to hold my hands up in all my own power. This is some kind of weird symbol that means that we're going to win. No, it was God who made it so that Joshua would win. It was God who did it. Moses was being an obedient servant. And that's a place we need to be all the time. Lord, what do you want from me? I'll be your obedient servant today. So that's just a couple thoughts as I've read through this passage that I had. Be involved in our church. Have Christian brothers and sisters that can hold your arms up. And let's not be confused about who's really the one who's winning and losing these battles in our lives. It is the Lord. So we say, whatever you want, God, whatever is your will, take over. Take control, Lord. Your will be done. All right. More in Exodus next Monday. Have a great week. See you next time.